There were 7 of them leaning back against the metal sinks or standing closer to the showers, watching him. Bonzo stood in front of them. Many were smiling, the condescending leer of the hunter for his cornered victim. Bonzo was not smiling, however. Nobody answered, so Ender turned off the shower even though there was still soap on him and reached for his towel. It wasn't there. One of the boys was holding it. It was Bernard. All it would take for this picture to be complete was for Stilson and Peter to be there too. They needed Peter's smile. They needed Stilson's obvious stupidity. Ender recognized his towel as their opening point. Nothing would make him look weaker than to chase naked after the towel. That was what they wanted, to humiliate him, to break him down. He wasn't going to play. He refused to feel weak because he was wet and cold and unclothed. He stood strongly, facing them, his arms at his sides. He fastened his gaze on Bonzo.
Your move. This is not a game. We're tired of you. Ender, you graduate today on ice.
Ender did not look at Bernard. It was Bonzo who hungered for his death, even though he was silent. The others were along for the ride, daring themselves to see how far they might go. Bonzo knew how far he would go.
Bonzo, your father would be proud of you. He would love to see you now. Come to fight a naked boy in a shower, smaller than you, and he brought 6 friends. He would say, "Oh, what honor." Nobody came here to fight you. We just came to talk to you about playing fair with the games. Maybe lose a couple now and then.
The others laughed, but Bonzo didn't laugh, and neither did Ender.
Be proud, Benito, pretty boy. You can go home and tell your father, yes, I beat Ender Wiggin, who is barely 10 years old, and I was 13, and I was 6 friends to help me, and somehow we managed to defeat him, even though he's naked and wet and alone. Ender Wiggin is so dangerous and terrifying. It was all we could do not to bring 200. Shut your mouth, Wiggin. Shut up and stand out of my way. Naked, wet, and alone, Ender? So we're even. I can't help that I'm bigger than you. You're such a genius. Figure out a way to handle me. Watch the door. Don't let anyone in.
It was obvious what their tactics would have to be. Throw the other boy against the fixtures until one of them does enough damage that he stops. When Ender saw Bonzo's stance, his heart sank. Bonzo had also taken classes, and probably more recently than Ender. His reach was better, he was stronger, and he was full of hate. He would not be gentle. He will go for my head, thought Ender. He would try above all to damage my brain, and if this fight is long, he's bound to win. His strength can control me. If I'm to walk away from here, I have to win quickly and permanently. He could still feel again the sickening way that Stilson's bones had given away, but this time it'll be my body that breaks, unless I can break him first. Ender stepped back, flipped the shower head so it turned outward, and turned on pure hot water. Almost at once, the steam began to rise. He turned on the next, and the next.
I'm not afraid of hot water.
But it wasn't the hot water that Ender wanted. It was the heat. His body still had soap on it, and his sweat moistened it, made his skin more slippery than Bonzo would expect. Suddenly, there was a voice from the door. "Stop it!" For a moment, Ender thought it was the teacher, come to stop the fight, but it was only Dink Meeker. Bonzo's friends caught him at the door and held him. "Stop it, Bonzo!"
Why not?
And for the first time, he smiled. Ah, thought Ender. He loves to have someone recognize that he's the one in control, that he has power.
Because he's the best, that's why. Who else is gonna fight the buggers? That's what really matters, you fool. The buggers.
Bonzo stopped smiling. It was the thing he hated most about Ender, that Ender really mattered to other people, and in the end, Bonzo did not. You've killed me with those words, Dink. Bonzo doesn't want to hear that I might save the world. Where are the teachers? Thought Ender. Don't they realize that the first contact between us in this fight might be the end of it? This isn't like the fight in the battle room, where no one had the leverage to do any terrible damage. There's gravity in here, and the floor and walls are hard and jutted with metal. Stop this now, or not at all.
If you touch him, you're a bugger lover. You're a traitor if you touch him. You deserve to die.
They jammed Dink's face backward into the door, and he was silent. The mist from the showers dimmed the room, and the sweat was steaming down Ender's body. Now, before the soap is carried off me. Now, while I'm still too slippery to hold. Ender stepped back, letting the fear he felt show in his face.
Bonzo, don't hurt me, please.
It was what Bonzo was waiting for, the confession that he was in power. For other boys, it might have been enough that Ender had submitted. For Bonzo, it was only a sign that his victory was sure. If you touch him.
If you touch him, you're a bugger lover. You're a terror. Okay, I'm done. Okay, hold on. You're a traitor, okay. Can we redo this?
Yeah.
Okay, when? Tell me when.
Go.
If you touch him, you're a bugger lover. You're a terror. Yeah. Traitor. Okay. No. Bathroom wasn't large. Your mama. That was good. What doesn't matter?
That was good.